That moment of hesitation before you stand up. The slight wobble when you turn too quickly. Or that heart-minus stopping second when your foot catches on the edge of a rug. For many of us over 50, these small moments of unsteadiness are more than just physical. They are whispers of a deep-seated fear, the fear of falling. It's a fear that can make our world feel smaller, turning a simple trip to the garden or a late-night walk to the bathroom into a source of anxiety. We might find ourselves moving more slowly, holding onto furniture, or even declining social invitations because we don't feel as stable on our feet as we used to. This isn't just about aging. In the language of traditional Chinese medicine, these feelings of instability are important signals. They are your body's way of telling you that its foundation, its core energy, is becoming depleted. It's like a tree whose roots are no longer gripping the earth as firmly as they once did. A strong wind might not have bothered it before, but now it sways precariously. This feeling of being ungrounded is often a sign that the two core energy systems responsible for your structure and stability, the spleen and the kidneys, are asking for your attention and support. From a traditional Chinese medicine perspective, our ability to stand tall, move with confidence, and maintain balance is not just a function of our muscles and bones. It's a direct reflection of the health of our internal organ systems, particularly the spleen and the kidneys. Think of your kidney energy as your body's deep, foundational battery. It's the inherited energy you're born with, and it governs the health of your bones, your lower back, your knees, and your core vitality. As we age, this battery naturally begins to lose some of its charge. This can manifest as weakened bones, aching in the lower back and knees, and a general sense of fatigue that settles deep in your body. Now, think of your spleen energy as the kitchen stove of your body. Its job is to take the food you eat and transform it into qi, the vital energy and blood that nourishes every part of you, especially your muscles. When the spleen's fire is weak, the stove doesn't cook efficiently. Food isn't properly transformed, leading to feelings of bloating, tiredness after meals, and, most importantly, weakened, poorly nourished muscles. When your foundational battery kidneys is low and your kitchen stove spleen is weak, your body structure, your bones and muscles, lacks the deep nourishment and energy it needs to keep you stable and strong. This is why you might feel heavy-legged or find your balance wavering. Interestingly, modern science is beginning to validate this ancient wisdom. A recent scientific study explored a traditional Chinese martial art called tumbling boxing. Researchers observed a group of older adults who were experiencing age-related muscle loss. After regularly practicing these gentle, rolling movements, not only did they experience fewer falls, but when they did lose their balance, they were far less likely to get seriously injured. This is because the practice doesn't just build muscle, it retrains the body's instinctual reaction to a fall. Instead of tensing up and landing hard, it teaches the body to yield, roll, and disperse the impact, protecting the bones and joints. This beautifully mirrors the TCM concept of flowing with, rather than fighting against a force. It shows that by nourishing our body's foundation and retraining our movements, we can fundamentally improve our resilience. Let's consider a story that might sound familiar. A 71-year-old gentleman, let's call him David, used to love woodworking in his garage. But recently he found himself feeling dizzy every time he stood up from his stool. His legs felt like lead weights. In he had a couple of close calls where he nearly tripped over a stray piece of wood. His confidence was shaken, and his favorite hobby was becoming a source of fear. From a TCM viewpoint, his symptoms pointed clearly to a deficiency of both spleen and kidney qi. The treatment wasn't a single pill, but a gentle, holistic approach. He started with simple dietary changes, swapping his morning toast and cold juice for a warm bowl of oatmeal with cinnamon to strengthen his spleen. He began doing gentle leg-strengthening exercises and practiced a simple, supported rolling movement to improve his body's resilience. He also started a nightly warm foot soak to nourish his kidney energy. It wasn't an overnight miracle, but after several weeks, David noticed a change. The dizzy spells became less frequent. His legs felt lighter and more responsive. He felt more grounded, more connected to the floor beneath him. He was making steady progress through consistent care. So how can we start to rebuild this foundation and feel more stable in our daily lives? Here are some key wellness strategies, rooted in TCM principles that you can begin to incorporate right away. First, let's focus on strengthening the spleen to build muscle. Think of your spleen as the body's central transformer. It turns the food you eat into the building blocks for your muscles. If the transformer is weak, your muscles won't get the power they need. This approach is especially helpful if you often feel tired after eating, experience bloating or loose stools, or notice your muscles feel soft and weak. By warming and strengthening the spleen, you provide your muscles with the high-maintenance quality energy they need to hold you upright and keep you strong. A wonderfully simple way to do this is to start your day with a warm cooked breakfast. A bowl of kidney or oatmeal is perfect. Try adding a pinch of cinnamon or a few slices of fresh ginger to gently warm your digestive fire. Also, make a habit of gently rubbing your abdomen in a clockwise circle for a few minutes each day to stimulate digestive energy. Second, we must nourish the kidney essence for stronger bones. The kidneys are the root of your life, holding your body's deepest energy reserves. Strong kidneys mean strong bones, a healthy lower back, and good hearing. If you're experiencing lower back weakness, knee aches, frequent nighttime urination, or a general feeling of deep-seated exhaustion, it's a sign your kidney energy needs support. Nourishing the kidneys is like recharging your body's core battery. One of the easiest dietary therapies is to incorporate more black-colored foods, as black is the color associated with the kidney organ system in TCM. Think of black beans, black sesame seeds, black rice, and mulberries. A simple snack of a handful of walnuts, which are known to support both the kidneys and the brain, can be very beneficial. A warm foot soak before bed is another powerful way to draw energy downward and nourish the kidneys. Third, we can soothe the liver to improve flexibility. In TCM, the liver is responsible for the smooth flow of qi and blood throughout the body. It governs the tendons and ligaments, ensuring they are supple and flexible. When liver qi gets stuck or stagnant, often due to stress or frustration, it can manifest as physical stiffness, tight muscles, and irritability. You might feel tense in your neck and shoulders or find that your joints don't move as freely as they used to. Soothing the liver is like untangling a knotted rope. It allows for smooth, fluid movement. Simple, gentle stretching is one of the best ways to move stagnant liver qi. You don't need a full yoga class, just a few minutes of reaching your arms overhead, gently twisting your torso, and stretching your leg muscles can make a world of difference. Deep, slow breathing also helps to calm the liver. Try inhaling for a count of 4, holding for 4, and exhaling for a count of 6. This simple act can release tension and improve your body's flexibility. Fourth, let's nourish blood to prevent dizziness. Dizziness, especially when you stand up, can often be a sign of what TCM calls blood deficiency. It doesn't necessarily mean you are anemic in the Western sense, but rather that the quality of your blood is not rich enough to properly nourish your brain and anchor your spirit. Other signs can include a pale complexion, dry skin or hair, poor memory, and difficulty falling asleep. Nourishing blood is like making sure the fuel going to your brain is of the highest quality. A simple and delicious way to do this is by making a tea with ray dates, gujo besant, a few goji berries. Both are renowned in TCM for their blood-building properties. Simply simmer a handful of them in water for about 15 minutes and drink the warm tea. Adding some longan fruit can also help to calm the mind and improve sleep. Finally, we need to warm yang qi to boost vitality. Yang is the warming, active, and energizing force in your body. It's the pilot light that keeps all your systems running. When yang qi is weak, you may feel perpetually cold, especially in your hands and feet, lack motivation, and feel tired even after a full night's sleep. A fall in yang qi is a common part of aging, but we can take simple steps to protect and replenish it. Protecting your yang means avoiding an excess of cold and raw foods, which require your body to expend precious energy to warm them up. Instead, favor cooked foods, soups and stews. Spices like ginger, cinnamon, and cardamom are wonderfully warming and can be added to teas, oatmeal, or cooked dishes. Keeping your lower back and abdomen warm with an extra layer of clothing is also a simple and effective way to conserve your body's precious yang energy. To make this even easier to apply, here are 2 simple daily routines you can try. First is a root and rice breakfast porridge. This is designed to gently warm your spleen and nourish your kidneys, setting a stable foundation for your day. For 1 serving, you'll need a 1/4 cup of black rice, a tablespoon of black sesame seeds, and a tablespoon of crushed walnuts. Simply rinse the rice and place it in a small pot with 2 cups of water. Bring it to a boil, then reduce the heat to a simmer. Let it cook for about 40 to 50 minutes, or until it's soft and creamy. In the last 5 minutes, stir in the black sesame seeds and walnuts. The best time to have this is in the morning, as a warm breakfast is the kindest way to wake up your digestive system. It's especially helpful for those who feel that their lower back is weak or their legs lack power. However, if you have a lot of bloating or a very weak digestive system, you might want to start with a smaller portion. For now, it's best to avoid this if you have a fever or are feeling very heated. A good self-check is to notice how you feel an hour after eating. You should feel comfortably energized and grounded, not heavy or bloated. Second is a steady steps evening foot soak. This simple ritual helps to warm the channels, nourish kidney energy, and calm the mind for a restful sleep. All you need is a basin large enough for your feet, a few thick slices of fresh ginger, and a small handful of Epsom salts. First, bring a small pot of water to a boil and add the ginger slices. Let them simmer for about 10 minutes to release their warming properties. Pour this ginger-infused water into your foot basin, add the Epsom salts, and then top it up with warm water until it reaches a comfortable temperature, about ankle-deep. Sit comfortably and soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes, ideally an hour or so before bed. This is wonderful for anyone who suffers from cold feet, restless sleep, or achy joints in the legs and feet. A word of caution: if you have diabetes, be extra careful to test the water temperature with your hand first to avoid burns. People with very high blood pressure or any open wounds on their feet should also check with their healthcare provider before starting. After your soak, your feet should feel warm. Your body should feel relaxed, and you should feel ready for sleep. One of the most important things to remember on this wellness journey is that your body is unique. You may hear a friend raving about a certain herbal tea or a specific diet that gave them incredible energy. It's natural to want to try it yourself, but it's crucial to understand that what works for one person may not work for another. In TCM, there is no one-size-its-all solution. Your friend who feels great drinking cooling green tea every day might have a body constitution with excess heat. If your constitution ends towards cold and deficiency, that same tea could weaken your spleen and leave you feeling more tired and bloated. This is why TCM always emphasizes understanding your own body's pattern. Copying others without listening to your own body's feedback can often lead to frustration, so pay attention to the signals. Are you generally warm or cold? Is your energy better in the morning or evening? Does a certain food make you feel good or sluggish? This self-awareness is the first step in personalized healthcare. Every small step you take towards understanding and supporting your body is a victory. It's a declaration that you value your health, your independence, and your vitality. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. Rebuilding your body's foundation takes time, just like tending a garden. But with consistent, gentle care, you can strengthen your roots and feel more confident and steady on your feet. The goal is not to never stumble, but to have the inner strength and physical resilience to catch yourself too and softly, and to get right back up again. True health is not the absence of challenges, but the strength to walk through them with confidence. Have you ever experienced that sudden feeling of unsteadiness when you stand up? Share this article with a friend or family member who worries about their balance, so they know there are gentle, natural ways to feel stronger. If you found this helpful, comment below with the word STEADY, and I'll share a simple ACAS prayer point you can use daily to help ground your energy.